Hello, what is up, y'all? Welcome back. My name is Kay, and today I'm going to be talking about the very first official blindside of BB24. There is absolute chaos and confusion in the house right now as we kick off week 4. Last night, we had to say goodbye to Ameerah in the first blindside of the season. Aww. I know, so sad. But it is a brand new week. We have a brand new HOH. This house is a hot ass mess, and I'm ready to talk about it. Before we begin, make sure you hit the subscribe button below if you have not already, just so you can stay tuned as we finish the Big Brother season. Now, let's begin. So as we saw, the shocking blindside of Ameerah left the house in shambles, leaving half the house guests wondering, who flips? Well, we all know the answer to that. It was everyone's new favorite alliance, the leftovers. Now, in order to keep their alliance a secret, the members started planting seeds to take the target off of them before the eviction even took place. Their plan was pretty much to blow up Ameerah's post-pack alliance right before the vote to create chaos and make everyone not trust each other. Basically, everybody's excuse is that the people who are not in the post-pack alliance chose to evict Ameerah because she was part of this big threatening alliance that they weren't a part of. The people who were in post-pack's alliance voted to evict Ameerah because now that the alliance was blown up, we can't trust anybody in it, and there's a rat in the alliance, we don't know who it is, so yeah, let's just panic and vote out Ameerah pretty much. They basically use confusion and paranoia to say that the house just flipped suddenly right before the vote. Of course, the leftovers still weren't 100% in the clear, as there is still an HOH comp that needs to be played. Fortunately though for them, the winner of that HOH is Monte, so the leftovers should be good for this week. It was a pretty close call though, as apparently Nicole came in second place and was pretty close to being HOH this week. See, Monte has been doing a pretty good job of pretending like he's been anti-Taylor all week, stating that if he ever won HOH, Taylor would be his target. In reality though, yeah, he would put up Taylor and Nicole, but with the intentions of Nicole being the target instead. Can I just say, I love how at first Nicole picked Taylor to be her festy bestie because she thought Taylor would always go home if she was on the block next to her. But in reality, the turns have tabled. And now if Taylor and Nicole's on the block, it's definitely Nicole's ass going home. That's karma for you.
I should not have fucking picked her as my partner for festy bestie. I thought I was doing myself a favor. But now it's clear that she's working with them. So now I'm the target. I don't have safety in this house.
Even with all that being said, Taylor, we know she's been through hell and back in this house already and has already been on the block twice. Because of this, the leftovers want to build trust with Taylor and don't want to put her through all of that again, so they try to think of a plan B. The next best thing for the leftovers to target would be Indy and Alyssa, because neither of them are in the leftovers alliance and having them on the block would take away 2 votes. It's a pretty easy and straightforward option, and in the event that Alyssa and Indy are removed from the block, then Nicole and Taylor could easily go up, of course with Nicole being the intended target. Right now, as it stands, the leftovers have a pretty solid path to the final 7, but some of the other house guests that aren't in that alliance are hot on their tail. They've been trying to piece together what exactly happened after the vote, and a lot of people have an inkling that there's some group on the other side working together, but they can't really nail down exactly who's all in it because the leftovers have been doing a pretty decent job of acting and being liars, and it has been hilarious to watch, can I just say?
And I knew voting against Ameerah, the only way she would go home is if that rumor was true. And it was true because she went home and her alliance betrayed her. Because once people started hearing like, oh shit, the alliance is like, yeah, it's the only way she went home.
Taylor unfortunately continues to have my name in her mouth about backdooring me, and it just doesn't feel good because she's bound to win a HOH at some point. So
right now, Nicole and Daniel are probably the most correct and the most on top of it. They do believe that the idea to vote out Ameerah was pre-planned and that Taylor was in on it, but they don't exactly have all the pieces together. Nicole also does have an inkling that she is the next big target, which is totally true, but there's just really nothing she can do about it at this point as she doesn't have the numbers. To make matters even worse for the other side of the house, the non-leftovers are totally not together and are totally untrusting of each other. Indy and Jasmine don't trust Nicole and Daniel at all, and vice versa. Which really sucks for them because at this point, they need each other in order to even have a chance of beating the leftovers in this game. Right now, the plan is still to nominate Indy and Alyssa and just see what happens from there with the veto. From the leftover standpoint, I think this is probably the best move as, again, Indy and Alyssa, that's the only group with no leftovers actually in it. I can see Alyssa being more of a target than Indy in the game just because Alyssa is better connected socially. She does kind of tend to have a big mouth, and she's also been getting on Kyle's nerves a little bit with the flirting, so low-key, he's just kind of ready for her to go. Alyssa absolutely believes that she's in a showmance with Kyle right now, but Kyle is just like, get back, you don't know me like that. So what do you all think of the leftovers and their new plan? Are you loving the house dynamics right now, or do you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. I'm personally loving everything that's been happening the past few days, especially Taylor's bounce back. With that being said though, I do kind of want there to be some sort of pushback and not have the leftovers just steamroll their way all the way to the end, but that's just the drama queen in me. I am super excited to see how the rest of this week is going to play out, and I am super excited to see the leftovers just lie to everybody in the house because it is just so funny watching people lying knowing that they're liars. Like, it's so good watching the little quirks on their face. I love it. Again, don't forget to subscribe if you have not already, as I will be here all season recapping the show as we go along. I will talk to you lovely people later. Bye.